How you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. Sitting there just killing time. I won't make my delivery tonight. And absolutely no need to rush right into the Dallas-Fort Worth evening rush hour. I ain't gonna go play. So I'm sitting here, getting me a few chuckles. I had 2 thumbs down last night. This is going to be interesting. Him backing out. Somebody parked illegally over here. He ain't got room. Got 2 thumbs down last night on Let's Join the and What's This Nonsense. So as I mentioned many a time, there are those that just point blank get all upset when you speak the truth. It's another unspoken truth. Hold on, let me back him up. I tell you what, that nonsense right there just pisses me off. Lady trying to back out, and I didn't know that was her co-driver on the other side helping her back up. An illegal parked truck blocking her. He was standing over there by the tire shop watching. And after quite a while, when it was obvious she didn't have enough room, the asshole goes get in his truck and backs up, giving her a look like she's the problem. I told her, I said, after 25 years out here, she says, I said, yeah, you want to just snap some of them. Oh, rude, thoughtless, a Bob Evans truck. I thought Bob Evans hired real truck drivers. Evidently not. So that's my rant. Common courtesy. Common courtesy. Really? That was crazy. And he's probably the kind that will give me the thumbs down on a video because he don't agree. So, anyway, I got 2 thumbs down on them videos last night, 1 apiece. I don't care. They probably melted. I don't care. That's their problem. I was watching a little video a while ago, and it was our vice president, and he was commenting on The View, saying how it must be a mental disorder for him to be talking to Jesus. And they showed what they said. No, that wasn't verbatim. They said it was okay to be talking to Jesus, but when you got answers, that's a mental issue. No, it ain't. I talk to Jesus quite often, and I get answers from him. Sometimes he's talking in my head. Yeah, ooh, I must be strange. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Sometimes it's just a thought. Sometimes it's my voices in my head. It gets kind of crowded in there once in a while. You think it's scary here watching me on video, you ought to be in here. What's wrong with him talking to God? What's wrong with him hearing God talk to him? That's what it's all about. That's what this country was founded on, was God. Period. It's written all in our Constitution. It's all in our roots. Whether you like it or not, it's a fact. Period. So then there got to be a bunch of comments. This Bob Evans was waiting to take her parking spot. Imagine that. And they're the main one that I was reading up on. You're really not a very good driver, are you there, Bob Evans? You about took his hood off. No wonder. One was calling the vice president out because he spoke his mind. Now, he didn't call the View out on it or nothing else. And they're like, oh, he's just shutting down their freedom of speech. Well, no, he's addressing their stupid ass comments. Where's his freedom of speech? How come with the liberals and these snowflakes, the only one that has a free right of speech is them? The rest of us are all supposed to shut up and just listen to them and agree with them. Y'all need to realize people have had enough. You don't see that the country is waking up? They've had plenty of your nonsense. They're starting to call you out on it. And it's about time. I say call them out. I do. Call them out more often than I should at times, according to my wife. And I said, no, I got to call stupid stupid. If they're around me talking stupid, I'm going to tell them, you're stupid. And no, they don't like it. Well, good. Then quit being stupid. It's logic to me. That's like the one that gave me the thumbs down on my videos. That's simple logic to me. You don't like what I have to say? Leave my channel. Bye. It ain't like I'm doing this for a living. You know? This is just something that I enjoy doing. Like that cousin of mine here a year or so back saying I was forcing my religious beliefs upon her. No, I wasn't. All of my stuff was on my wall. I didn't make you stay on my wall. You don't like what I post? Leave. Unfriend me. I don't have a problem with it. We weren't that damn tight growing up. Bad attitude? I don't think so. I think the bad attitude is bowing down to these people that are wanting to force their ways on us. They've been doing it for years. And we've let them get by with it. I like it when people stand up to them. I like it when people call them out. Probably should have called Bob Evans out. That probably would have started a fight, because I know me. And I'm too old to take an ass whooping. I don't care what you think. I'm good looking, but I'm too old for an ass whooping. But it's real simple. Call them out. And that's something else. There was another video my son had shared with me, I think. Somebody shared with me. And it was where they was having a gun safety course. And they had kids as young as 8 years old in there. And they was doing it right. They was doing it right. I'll give them credit. They showed just a quick glimpse of the classroom teachings, which that's what you got to do, is teach them in the classroom first. Then they had some plastic guns and stuff, was teaching them the proper way to hold them and stuff. That's good. Then they had them loading their own clips. Cool. And they had them shoot. Now, I've taught my children how to shoot, and I refuse to teach my grandchildren how to shoot because I wanted my children to teach them. The father should always teach, or the parent. In most cases, it is the father. And while I was teaching mine, the first few times that they was up there, they knew I was right behind them, and a lot of times I'd have my hand on their shoulder, just so that they knew I was there and knew I was in control. That is pretty much what they was doing in this shooting range. It was all good. I mean, done very professional. A lot of the fathers were there teaching their children on this closed shooting range. It was good. Lo and behold, you should have heard the comments. Let's just teach them to be killers. Really? Let's not teach them how to socialize and interact with people and all this. Wait a damn minute. Part of the problem our nation is facing right now is because the kids are not out interacting. You're not making them go out and interact and socialize and learn to be with people. You're not doing it. So don't throw that at us. Now all of a sudden it's a good idea to make that kid get off the TV, get off the video games and go outside. Why ain't you been doing that for years all along? And how come teaching a child gun safety is making him a murderer? Really? How about it's removing the curiosity about them guns that daddy's got or wherever they might come across them? Their dad might not even own a gun, and he might still be teaching them gun safety. I think that's smart. I know we've had plenty of shootings where this kid goes to that kid's house and finds the gun and thinks it's a toy, and somebody winds up shot. Well, how about if you teach your kid about guns and that kid knows, oh shit, that's a gun, that'll hurt you, that'll kill you. Leave that alone. Sounds smart to me. I got news for you. It ain't that many years ago that we all had guns in our house, unless maybe you lived in the city, and even some of them do. We was taught from an early age. One of them was in there saying, well, I'll teach mine how to shoot when he's 10. I got news for you. When we was 10, we had already been taught, and at 10 was pretty much the age you expected to get a shotgun for your birthday. When you was around 12 or so, you might get something else. If you was 8, you might even got a snake charmer, which is just a real small child's .22, a rifle. And we already knew about respecting guns. We knew about respecting life. We went out and hunt. We slaughtered critters on our own farm. We knew what them guns could do. We grew up with it. It didn't turn us into murderers. Now we can go a little stretch and talk about your government. They turned a bunch of our people into killers, now didn't they? And then when they brought them back home, they abandoned them. We had a lot of Vietnam veterans walking around out here that had serious problems from our country sending them to war. And these are country boys, city boys, and everything else that grew up around guns. They weren't murderers or nothing else. But then they became soldiers, and the horrors of war messed them up, and our country abandoned them. That's one of my pet peeves right now, is how they start hollering about our warriors coming back. Male, female, black, white, orange, it don't matter. If they went to war, they shouldn't get a gun, because they're mentally handicapped now. No, they're not. No, I ain't buying it for a minute. And how about quit funding all these illegal aliens and let's focus some of that money towards helping our veterans. There's a concept. I could get on a roll. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, if you talk to God and you hear him talking back to you, you must be mentally warped. Huh. I got news for you. You that don't believe in God, whether you like it or not, whether you believe him or not, one day you will be talking to God. Bottom line. You can dislike all you want. You can give thumbs down all you want. You can not believe all you want. But one day, you will stand before the Almighty God. And you will be held accountable for every word spoken and every deed done. So those of you down here that are thinking you're being so cute, you're going to be held accountable. Because you are doing harm to some. There's some like me, you just get riled up and we'll laugh in your face and get all up in you. I ain't got a problem with it. And there's a lot more like me. A buddy of mine called us the new Christian. The old Christian are the ones from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that laid down all of your browbeat. There's some of us old crusties out here now that came to the Lord later in life, and we got a little bit of hardcore on us. We ain't taking it. Not for a minute. Not for a minute. Hey, there's another rant for the day, and I didn't even plan it. I was laughing and carrying on about my 2 thumbs down. I thought it was funny. I done made somebody melt today. I offended someone. Huh. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. What a mess we live in. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to do something, let's see, it says I get there at 7:30. Yeah, maybe I'll roll here within the next little bit. Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. Now I got to figure out what to name this dadgum video. Y'all have a good evening.